Hey guys, Gosei here. You're all probably wondering why am I so late with this video, since the recent news has shown that the full team of Zenkaiger has just been revealed. I know that most of you have probably been thinking,
why the hell hasn't he uploaded?
and my response to that question is I was at work when the news came out, and I was still right when I got to work, the news finally came out. So I didn't really exactly have enough time to fully talk about it. All I had time to do was actually just make the thumbnail for this video. No joke. But since I'm here and since I have the time now, why don't we talk about it? There are some things I want to discuss beforehand, and that is what I was theorizing and what I would personally like to see from Zenkaiger. Now, when I made the original video about the trademark about the trademark being released, I honestly was hoping for it to be a mecha-themed Super Sentai season, and to my surprise, yes, it is. It's not a race car themed season like this comment was trying to portray. It's pretty stupid, but overall, though, I'm really happy that we're actually taking the approach with the whole mecha-themed Sentai. Rumors were sort of speculating that the main leader for this team was going to be a combination of Aka Ranger and Big One. And one of the things that I theorized before that rumor was up in the air was that, in that original video, was that I was hoping that this Sentai team would actually be the one Sentai team that would give a little backstory into Aka Red's backstory, basically, because Aka Red is, well, the spirit of all the Super Sentai Red Warriors. So I thought maybe for the 45th anniversary season, maybe they could do something to elaborate on that, because we never really know what exactly their team is, aside from a few fan art images here and there. But the only thing that's related to the team is the significant name drop of Owl Blue from Super Dope Boots Tyson. So I was honestly hoping that maybe it was a throwaway line, that there actually is a full-on Owl Blue, Key Yellow, Middle Green, Momo Pink, so on and so forth. But now that we've got all of that out of the way, though, let's go on ahead and talk about the scan here. I have it pulled up here on my laptop. I'm not going to do the whole voiceover on the image thing, so I'm going to try my best to make this as authentic as possible. So let's go on ahead and get out of the way here and talk about Zenkaiger. Now, when Zenkaiger was released, I honestly had very mixed opinions about it. I honestly thought that this was going to be a horrible Ranger suit, but then I got a full 180 when I actually did take a closer look at it and realized that this suit is actually really good. It's really crisp, it's tight, it's all those other words. And while it is just basically Aka Ranger with a new set of armor and everything, it honestly looks like it is a combination of Aka Ranger and Big One because of the V shape on his antenna. And since Big One had the V shape on his visor, it makes some sort of sense. And of course the rainbow pattern going down the chest to the legs as well. That was a really nice touch there. I do love the shield. The shield is really nice. I really do love the symbol there with the Zenkaiger engines on the V. I mean, it's been on the nose, the whole V thing, because it's Super Sentai's 45th anniversary and everything, but I mean, it's a change up from what we have here for Zenkaiger. Aside from that, we do have some rainbow coloring pattern from yellow, green, blue, and pink going down the chest to the hips. And of course, we also do have the belt buckle, which, in my opinion, I wish it could have looked a little bit better, but I can understand it being with the other Rangers, because mecha themed and everything, so they're not going to really put much detail into the belts this season. Sentai belts aren't really a thing anymore, really. They don't really put much detail into them, unless they're holding the collectible gimmick or they have a significance with the toy line. And as it seems right now, there's really no significance for it just being a belt buckle. So, but yeah, I do love the gold. I do love the red on it and everything. And Movie Critic pointed out, Movie Critic did assume that this was going to be the Red Ranger for this season. But as soon as these images first dropped, I realized that this guy, at first I thought the guy was a Red Ranger with white accents, but then I took a closer look at it, and I realized that this guy is not a Red Ranger. In fact, that he is a White Ranger. And the color combination for this season is red, blue, yellow, white, and pink, which was a color combination that we have not seen since 2015 with Ninja. And while we're talking Zenkaiger before we get to the actual team, let's talk about the logo for a little bit, and that is, honestly, I wish they would have done a little bit more with this logo, because the logo is pretty bad, in all honesty. I mean, the team symbol, it's okay. I loved the team symbol, but the logo, I wish they could have done a little bit better. I mean, sure, they got 45th anniversary on the V, so, I mean, that's sort of the significance there. I think that's probably the first time that the anniversary number has been associated with the logo, like inside the logo. It's not like off to the side or underneath it like other seasons have led on to. So it's nice that we got that image as well. I have a feeling that when the show's about to start, it'll start with just the whole classic Super Sentai logo, and then it will crack, break apart, and then show the Zenkaiger logo, and then the theme song will start. Basically, I think that's what's probably going to happen when we see the first episode. Now let's actually talk about the other Rangers that we're getting for this season. So let's start with the Red and Yellow Rangers first. So here we have Zenkai Juran, who is based off of Daijujin, but is also going to be representing all the Kyoryuger themed, not the Kyoryuger, dinosaur themed Super Sentais as being Zhu Ranger, Appa Ranger, Kyoryuger, Ryu Soldier, and hopefully Kyoryuger Brave. I really do wish we could probably get something like that for it. I mean, like, reference it at least. And Zenkaiger is the yellow one with the lion face poking out of his chest to represent the other animal-themed Super Sentais. These being probably Sun Vulcan, Live Man, Gao Ranger, Ju-Oger, and those specific seasons. I would say Geki Ranger, but Geki Ranger is more martial art than it is animal themed, and Q Ranger is more space themed than animal theme. But taking a closer look though at their pictures here, they got a really nice body build to them. They basically just have the same body, basically, aside from the heads, the chests, the shoulder pads, and probably the legs. But yeah, Zenkai Red has orange accents on his arms and probably his legs. I can't really tell because the logo is obscuring it in this image, but he's got orange accents on his arms. That's a really nice touch. He's got a dinosaur. He's got a T-Rex head on the front of him, and Zenkai Gao has the golden accents complementing his yellow, and that's a really good color combination, gold and yellow. So it sort of fits in with it, and they have the black under armor. There's honestly something about the feet that really bother me on that. I mean, normally Sentai boots aren't exactly a thing with me that much, but it's just something about the feet on these two guys that I just do not like. I think it's because they're just like over proportionate, to say the least. I mean, I know they're supposed to be mecha, but I mean, I don't know. Yeah, there's really nothing much else to write home about aside from their heads being too reminiscent of Daijujin and Gao King. But they also have these unique shoulder pads here, which represent their seasons quite well. Zenkai Red has these shields. Zenkai Juran has these like shields that have the T-Rex on them, and Zenkai Gao has these shoulders with like an animal insignia on it, from what I can see here. And just like overall, nothing really too much else to write home about aside from the first scan. We'll probably get full team suit images coming in when the press conference gets released. So I'll give you guys an update on that. But let's move on to the blue and pink Rangers here, and this being Zenkai Boken, and Zenkai Majin. Now, let's start with Zenkai Majin because I have a few things to say about it. Zenkai Majin has a really bright pink-ish design to it. She has wings. She's got the whole like armor representing a wizard, in a sense. She's got the Magi Ranger hat, the Magi King hat, because she's representing Magi King and all the magic-themed Sentai teams out there, like Magi Ranger, Dia Ranger, so on and so forth. Although probably not that last one because Dia Ranger was she and the martial artists. But yeah, I mean, like out of all the suits I see here, Majin's like my least favorite because like I don't know, I feel like she's just not like a part of the team, so to speak. I feel like she's just a completely different franchise. Now, don't get me wrong, I do appreciate all of the female ranger designs. I appreciate all the heroine designs. I appreciate every single one of them, but I just feel like this one's out of place personally. There's way too much pink going on. There's not really much other colors except for probably silver on her arms and then silver on her boots to break her apart from the rest of the team. But I just feel like she doesn't really have that much going on with her, and all of her armor detailing is up to the chest and the shoulder area. So I don't really understand where that's going for exactly. I mean, honestly, I wish there was a little bit more armor on her to make her look like she's actually a part of the team, because everybody else is a bulked up beefcake out of the four of them, while Zenkai Pink just has the body. She's basically has the same detail structure as G1RC, but RC had a lot more going on for it because she was a robot, not a human. So I don't know what the creators were thinking of when they came up with the design, but personally it's my least favorite out of the entire group, and that's my opinion in all honesty. But overall, though, I do like the shoulder pads. I like the detailing because there's a lot of intricate details all over the suit design. But I think the most major thing that does not make me like this suit is the face design. And the face design has the Sentai lips. Now, a lot of people were saying that they do want to have the Sentai lips being brought back for the 45th anniversary season. I totally listened, but they gave it to the Pink Ranger this season, and honestly, she does not look good because none of the other Rangers have the lip piece. I mean, I think Zenkaiger might have the lips, but it doesn't really look like it from this image. But in all honesty, I wish that they would have just done something a little bit differently. They just give her a full-on mouthpiece rather than just the lips, because the lips look really out of place here. I don't know why I keep saying Daiboken, because he literally is Daiboken, because the way you're looking at it, you can see that the shoulders and the chest represent the dump driver from Overdrive, and the head is basically Daiboken's head. But I mean, overall though, I really do love this design. I think it's probably one of my favorites next to Zenkaiger, because it honestly just looked like Optimus Prime if he was a Power Ranger, basically. Just slap some red on there and you got Convoy Ranger, basically. But yeah, honestly though, I don't really mind this one. This one's really cool, actually. So yeah, there's really nothing much else to write home about aside from the fact that I love the suit. I really do love this design. It might represent other Sentai teams, but I don't know just yet. Now, the reason I'm saying he's representing more than one Sentai team is because most of their mecha designs take cues and notes from other certain mechas, because Juran here has the feet and the legs from both Kyorjujin and, of course, Abareno, while also maintaining the head design from Daijujin with the shoulder pads, and the front chest piece is actually from Tiramigo, from Kishin Ryuo. While Zenkai Gao here represents both Gao King and a little bit of Gekitoja mixed into the mold, as well as Geo King with the whole golden details and the whole lion blacky aspect of it. I don't know what else Zenkai Majin's supposed to represent, but I know that she's supposed to represent other than just Maj Ranger, but I don't really have my finger put it on right now at the moment. But you're probably going to be saying, Gosei Green 90, why do you think that they're representing other Sentai teams when it's clearly stated right here that they are referencing one specific Sentai team? Well, somebody did point out on Twitter that the suits take cue notes from other certain Sentai mecha and Sentai teams, as well as that matter. Gimmick though for this year, the reason I want to talk about the gimmick is because somebody pointed out on Twitter that if you look at Zenkaiger's head, it has the 45 written on his forehead, and somebody did point out that on the top helmets of all the Rangers, you get 15, 25, 29, and 30, which were Kyoryuger, Gao Ranger, Maji Ranger, and Bokenger, which is on the rest of the Rangers' heads. And of course, you can see that with the Zenkai gears, the Sentai gears, as well, because you get the picture of the Ranger on the left, and you get the number on the right. So overall, though, really nice scan. I really do love all these suit designs. They're different, they're unique, and they're definitely going to show pride with the Super Sentai name. Everything looks really good. I mean, it makes you feel like this isn't a Sentai team at all, but it is, because of the color coordination. So overall, love the suit designs. I really do think that they're going to be really good for the time being. Now let's talk about the things that I want to see versus what I theorize for the show. For one thing, I don't want to see the common Sentai trope of hothead, smart guy, typical girl character. I want to see completely different character arcs for our Sentai Rangers, because I'm sick and tired of seeing the hothead character give it to the Red Ranger, give it to somebody else like the Yellow Ranger. For once, you give the Red Ranger something knowable, something that can be remembered for. Give him the personality of Yamato, Takeru, Kenshiro, maybe even Lucky. The thing though that I do want to see is that Sentai cameos, but not shoved in your face. Maybe have the Sentai cameo appear like every few batches of episodes. Maybe have them be an Easter egg, or have something from Sentai's past be hard to find, say something from Go Ranger is going to be in the first episode. You got to keep an eye out for it, and at the end credits they'll like point it out to you, like at the end, like saying if you didn't catch this Easter egg, it was right here. So maybe have something like that instead of having Sentai cameo after Sentai cameo, because as much as Gokaiger did it, it kind of watered down the story a little bit, in my opinion. And I love Gokaiger, but I'm theorizing that their Zenkai forms here, their mecha forms here, they're actually their real life forms, and their human forms are just basically their skins. It's basically pretender technology from Transformers. So hopefully Zenkaiger does really well and people get a good response out of it for the next few months until it gets released. But one story though that I'm hoping that they explore upon, and this is one thing that I'm theorizing, is that what if Zenkaiger is actually the creator and forger of the entire team, maybe? Because think about it, there's no way that that he would be the only main ranger out of a group of mecha. So what if he actually creates the mecha as his like teammates or something like that? What if he actually forges the mecha and says, I need all of your help because I can't do this alone? And the reason why I'm saying that is what if Zenkaiser is related to Aka Red? Because think about it, he already looks a lot like Aka Ranger as it is, and has the old Big One outfit and everything, the Big One like aspect of it. So what if Zenkaiger is somehow related to Aka Red and has like the whole entire like suit design spiel? Because what if he has a small fraction of his power in his body, basically? So what if they elaborate on that a little bit more and like sort of just like give him like all the deets, like say like he's related to Aka Red or he's related to Aka Ranger, and therefore he created his own team and such. Because what if he's like the big brains of everything? What if he's the leader and knows all the Sentai knowledge? So that's why he made them based on certain Sentais, and that's why he made the Sentai gears, so that way he could channel their energies to like sort of form one. And I'm hoping that the sixth Ranger for this season is a Green Ranger, and of course has a completely different mecha design as well. Because when this news was released, somebody made a post on Twitter saying that while there is a green stripe on Zenkaiger's suit, there is no Green Ranger present. And they also assumed that if they were going to do a Green Ranger for the Sixth Ranger, because it would both be a callback to the first Sixth Ranger being X1 Mask, because he was a Green Ranger, and two, what if he was based on the martial artist Super Sentais? Because again, that would be a callback to Mask Man, because Mask Man was a martial art themed Sentai, and most martial art themed mecha had green associated with their color scheme. Because Daireno was from a martial art themed Sentai, and green was in the chest and in the head crest and everything. So then he also compared it to other mecha such as Senpu, Jin, Muteki Shogun, because they were also ninjas, martial artists, and they somehow affiliated themselves with the color green, one way, shape, or form. With Senpujin, it was from Tenkujin, which combined with them, and Shurikenja was the quote-unquote the royal guardsman for the princess in that season, so on and so on and so forth. So hopefully, I mean, that's all just the theory, and I'm hoping that theory comes to fruition, because I don't really think a Gold Ranger would represent Super Sentai with much ease, considering the fact that even though Gold and Silver is associated with Sixth Rangers these days, there's got to be like a bone thrown at us at some point with a Sixth Ranger that is a different color, like King Ranger, Outright Killer, Time Fire, so on and so forth. So yeah, that's pretty much all I have really much else to say, aside from other things I wish I could talk about, but I don't really have enough time for, because this video is already long enough as it is. But what are you guys' honest thoughts on Zenkaiger? What do you guys think of it? Do you think it's horrible? Do you think it's the worst suit design you've ever seen? Or do you think it's bad? Or do you think it's going to succeed? Let me know in the comments below, and we'll spark up a conversation. And with that being said, this is Gosei with 90, signing out. See you guys next time. Also, I might buy the toys, but I'm going to wait, because I don't want to have to just buy them all based on leaks. I know that I did that with Saber. That was probably the worst idea I ever had in my life.